Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and how are we doing there today? Just wait for the stream to actually come online, and then at least I know I'm not talking to myself. Yeah, there we go, it's online. Fantastic. How are we doing there, guys? A little bit later with the pre-stream than normal. You guys are gonna love this. So basically what I've been doing here at the moment, and let's see, actually, I could take a quick picture and show you guys. It makes me look cool, it makes me look like I've actually got things I'm doing. Oh dear. Okay, I'll show you guys here, 2 seconds. I do hope you're all doing well though. Hello there, Pino, how you doing there, my friend? Okay, I'm just gonna upload a picture here, make myself look like I do things. What's everybody up to today then? How are you guys feeling? Hello there, kangaroos. How you doing there, my friend? Ah, how you doing there, Takiki? Good to see you, my friend, as usual. Hello there, Lanza. Okay. Mecha Gato. The man with the golden gun. I like that. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you guys what I've been doing here for the last couple of minutes. Besides watching the Venture Bros. If you guys have never seen the Venture Bros, aka the Venture Brothers, you should watch that. It's really great. Okay, 2 seconds. Okay. Of course, it would have to load that grenade. Nope, okay. Thanks, Imgur, for making me look like a dick. That's what I like to see. Brilliant, okay. Well, I was going to show you guys some of my bolt action stuff. I've like literally just in a moment. I've got like 30 Hungarians on 2p coins here at the moment, using them as bases. So that's a shame. I kind of want to show you guys. That has been fun. Oh, boo. Oh dear. So then unknown, hello there, great night. Yeah, I'm not actually talking out my arse. I suppose I am, but yeah, don't worry. I'm not actually mad. I'm just talking about how I was spending my time. Oh, wait, hang on a second. Can I? Oh, is it like that? Okay, sweet. Now I can show you. Yum. I've got a minute left to pre-stream. I need to spend this well. I can't do weird shit after. God damn it, I'm good. Won't let me. Okay, yep, I'll have to show you guys later then. That's a shame. So then, Nightlight, how you doing there, my friend? Indeed, 1 minute to go here. 1 minute to go. It's going to be intriguing, really. I mean, we were able to hold the Soviets on the Dnieper River. So at least we do have that going for us. Yeah, I stand aside. I stand aside due to the fact that I'm actually just, I'm like playing it around here with ball action and stuff. I'm well happy with that. So there, Hedge, how you doing there, my friend? Yep, 1 more minute. And of course I'm going to be excited to get to spend time with you guys. Hello there, Honoris, how you doing? Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to myself presenting Wannabe East. Now, what are we doing today? The same thing that we do every day, Pinky. We try to take over the world. But instead we're going to go over here then, and we shall go back to where we left off in the last episode, actually. Now, we did do well. Surprisingly well. I'm not going to lie. It was very much touch and go. It was a bit of a clencher. It could have gone really quite badly, but we were quite lucky. The Soviets decided to go for quite a heavy offensive push towards the south over here. Now, we were able to, luckily, drive it off. It wasn't easy. I'm not going to say it was an easy task. It could have gone very wrong had we not had the men in place to do so. But with the presence of the armoured forces that did make it down here, we did have the chance to actually hold them off. So there, Tony Grimmer, how you doing there, my friend? Good to see you. Okay. So I still have a 19th Romanian Infantry Division over here. Now, we do have a lot of administration points over here, and I should make use of these bad boys. What I'm considering here, then, is we could, of course, create some fortified units, basically just, like, have forts. Their purpose is to, for the most part, just begin the digging process. They wouldn't last 2 seconds. Basically, they would be destroyed by any combat unit, but they still have their uses. The thing is, what are we looking at for the weather next turn? We've got mud here forecasted for the time being. I don't know how long that situation is going to last. I can't imagine it being a very long time. So we need to take a look at the actual terrain here and really see what we can make use of. What's up there, Pitfiend? How you doing, my dude? Good to see you as ever. Yes, indeed, yesterday was D-Day, but we cannot forget that the Russians were fighting for their lives in the Great Patriotic War 3 years before that date, indeed. Terrible human sacrifice on all sides, really. Okay. So we do have the swamp over here. Now, I can't recall as to whether swamp is still an impediment during frozen weather or not, actually. But even so, it's still going to be decent terrain to use for the time being. Now, the issue with the Ukraine over here is the fact that it's too goddamn flat. It's too goddamn good to live on. We do have areas of rough terrain, for example, over here as well. Did I just move here? I don't think I did. Okay. Because Antimia and other cities and towns like that are going to have to form some of a defensive network, really. Now, there's a higher density of urban settlements to the north, which is good. I can make use of that. We also do have the forests over here that I can make use of. That's something I can work with. Down here, yep, there really is not much. I do have some towns over here to act as key points, but not much. I mean, Kherson, Singarovka, Christ, they're getting longer. Brezhny Golovtaya. Butchered it. First time. Okay, that's kind of cool. Apostolovo. I like that name. That's cool. Yeah, we don't really have much. I'm trying to like make light of the fact that beyond this, and once the mud does go away, i.e. freezes over, yeah, there's not going to be a whole bunch to stop these Soviets from rolling over us. We do have a fantastic defensive line over here in the form of the Dnieper River at the moment. Now, we do hold land down here. The difficulty is the fact that I can't really roll the Soviets back. The only chance I'd even have would be to try and cut them off over here, but even then that is practically impossible. I could try to cut them here, but it's not going to happen. So we can't think of really any effective counterattacks as such. Now, I do have the Hungarian forces digging in over here. We do have German forces over here to the south. What I might be able to do then is consider, at least over here in the south, building up along the river line here. So the Inglitz River. Assuming that is how it's pronounced. So I'm going to go ahead and begin to build some fortified zones here. Hello there, Kendra. How you doing there, my friend? Now, the issue is, of course, this is taking manpower. But for the time being, we are in a position where we're not exactly going to see much in the way of combat, only really in the south. And so I'd like to try and build up some sort of defensive line while able to do so. I think we'll take a look at the actual order of battle, take a look at the actual commander's reports as well. Really see where we can trim the fat, so to say. This will form a secondary line, really. And I do need to have these secondary lines, and a tertiary line would be fantastic. But this forms a nice line. It does leave space behind the front line for the units to fall back onto it. You're right, Fatmac. Oh, you should see me do French. That's even worse. Though I do know how to actually pronounce Calentan, though. Oops, definitely not. So I feel quite good about that one. Okay. In fairness, I didn't actually mean to put that one there, but we'll accept that for time being. So there, Newhauser, how you doing there, my friend? Okay. Now, the question is going to be, how do we draw the line over here? I do have some defensive terrain over here, and the fact of the forest over here, we do have the towns. just bring up the handy dandy drawer tool here and actually make use of it, make sense of what's going on here. I mean, what do you guys think so far? Where would you attempt to establish a line here? And it's a question of what do you want to use, really, or where's really vital to protect, really. Yeah, you can throw those rotten tomatoes, my friend. You can definitely go ahead and do it. Okay. So what we'll do here then... move this over here. I think, as far as it goes over here, so obviously we've gone for the defensive line. I will probably, I could have it run like that. I could have it potentially even run like this. How vital is rail lines? See, when it comes to actual rail lines, I'm just going to zoom out here quickly. So 2 seconds, turn that off there. As far as it goes for rail lines, we actually do have interior lines, so that's actually quite nice. It's a different situation. It's very much similar to how the Soviets obviously were on the receiving end of the German offensive. Obviously, they're being pushed towards their own rail lines to their own logistics. So at least we do have that. I mean, these ones are quite sparse, but we do have some nice density. Obviously, this one is very important over here. More so over here. I mean, in the winter, obviously, they're going to be extremely vital. I think this is the position that I do need to fortify against more than anything else. It is the difficult one there. The one I wish that we could drive back. So, what's the actual density of units here? Okay. Okay. And this is it. Do I attempt to just go for the defensive terrain because it's there, or do we attempt to go for a line? There's something to be said about strong points, really. We do still have some space here. So what I'll do then is, we could actually link this up to the town there, so it's a good idea. Yeah, we'll run it like that then. I don't have an infinite amount of administration points, so I do need to be somewhat selective about where I place them. Of course, we could reinforce this position over here, but I'm going to keep these guys to the rear to a degree. I don't know if I can afford to go across the entire front. It is a large use of manpower. Right, there we go. So I can have the line run through the town over here into the rough terrain. The rough terrain obviously being the best point here. Right, there we go. Flank is somewhat protected there by the river, which is quite nice. So that's good there. We'll obviously take a look at further lines, really, like tertiary lines in the future, perhaps. So when it snows, have I basically won? Yeah, we won a large prize. A large red prize in the form of a IS-2, probably. Well, IS-1, IS-2. I don't know what the IS-2's around at this point. I'd say maybe an IS-1. I'll take that to the town there. It is somewhat forward of a line, but at least it works out fine. I can have it run to the town there. This is 1943. We're not quite in 44 yet. Yeah, late 43. So what would we see here? IS-2? Okay, yeah. I was entirely sure actually with the date there. Couldn't remember exactly the introduction. Okay, we do have some nice terrain over here. Now I've got 88 points, so we do still have remaining to us. What I could do here then is actually have this run down the river line. Or we can have it run down this river line. That river line's probably a better idea, but then again, really. Probably, this is it really. I've got to look for the natural terrain. Of course, a river is natural. I'm not saying it's an unholy abomination. Yep, they're becoming more expensive now. Okay, we'll have to just finish it off sharpish. Otherwise, we are going to run out of points here pretty quickly. Yeah, that's getting very expensive. we have the entire line almost done here, so that's good news. It may never be needed, but at least it will be handy. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that did cost us quite a lot, but we do have something of a secondary line over here. April of 1944, Red Storm over the Balkans describes its disappointing performance. Well, I mean, this is it. You look at the introduction of a King Tiger on the Eastern Front, and just, yeah, I mean, it's actually rather interesting. You look at the Tiger 2s. I can't remember exactly how many they have, but I know that they have a Tiger 2 in the Kubinka Tank Museum in Moscow. And it was an actually rather interesting account reading about how they acquired said Tiger 2. It wasn't on its own, it was actually, what was it, 3 of them together, I believe? I think the first one was taken out with a shot to the side of a turret from a T-34/85. Also, they actually didn't believe the turret, well, the damage had been done at first. And then they hit the one at the rear, and then obviously they took the one out in the middle. It's a rather intriguing story. Okay. So let's see here then, we do have reinforcements. I don't know if I'll gain these Romanians. Probably later, as they're going to be forced into combat. Command over here, I do have a Hungarian command over here. More than likely could do with it being placed down here by the actual forces it actually commands. Okay, you'll come off the train next turn. What am I looking at in rail capacity? 12,842, so I can move the actual 24th Panzer Division. So let's take a look over here then. I do think this is the actual... This is where the breaking's going to come in. They do have that rough terrain, but they really don't have much in the way of support there. What I could do is actually move some of the Panzergrenadier. I think, then again, there's a decent amount of armor here. We are well protected down here, but I think the 24th could go over to this position here, to be honest. Obviously, they could further support the line here. So what are we looking like with the cores around here? Yeah. See, now, this is obviously the issue here. We're on the other side of the river. We do hold the town. I could do with moving some units there to begin construction, to be fair. What I'm going to do here then is actually move one of the divisions back. Break it up. Move that there. This element of the 6th Panzer Division. Let's take a look actually. Your construction value is 19. Your construction value is 8. Oh wow, yeah, okay, so the Panzers are really freaking good. Shock. What's your construction value there? 24. Yeah, that is actually rather impressive then. Okay, move them there. Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, construction value is 62. What is your construction value? 25. Yeah, that is actually impressive. And that's with the pioneers over there. Okay, I mean, I could potentially increase that, let's see. Heavy Panzer battalions, Stug battalions. I don't have any construction battalions. So, let's see here. Yeah. What we'll do then, split this up. One of them can move there. In fact, I'll move 2 of them there. I rescind that. Right, there we go. If I have units that are in reserve, I could do with actually having them build up to a degree. Easier said than done in some places, however. What I'm going to do then is units that are able to be refitted, I'm going to have them refit. Okay, I do have the security force over here. I do have the 4th Panzer Army there. Construction value is 18. You're fortifying the city of Zetabia. Okay. What is the supply line look like? 5. Okay. Now, interestingly, the Soviet units here are the ones that are isolated. Well, basically, no, sorry, they're on beachhead supply, I should say. That means that they're so far beyond their supply lines, it's, yeah. It's like a trickle. Obviously, we do have our Romanians to the south there. They are isolated. They're cut off from all supply. Well, this is good news. Obviously, it's going to weaken the Soviets then. That's very nice. Yeah, our own units are fine here, so our logistics is showing it is actually capable. That makes me happy. I do have this unit over here. Obviously, they are digging in. Yeah, this is where we need our actual construction units. So you have flak. Move this airfield up over here, actually. Okay. You scamp. Oh dear. Okay, move our remaining airfields up over here. Oh, that's very good then. So we actually do have Romanian Junker 52/3s. That's really, really good actually. Would it be a bad idea to actually have them brought into play? Right. Core headquarters over here. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look then. There's a reserve code. Okay, that's rather intriguing. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the actual commander's report here then. So, headquarters. Let's go by army then. Okay, 8th Army's overburdened. Is that the 17th Army? I'm blind as hell sometimes. I think that's the 17th Army. Yeah, 17th Army there. So they're overburdened. Right. Okay, we'll go by corps. So 8th Army. Yeah, these forces over here then. Where's 8th Army? That Hungarian corps is not even attached correctly. Oh, right, this would be this force, okay. That makes sense now. .48 armoured vehicles there, we'll have to make use of those. Stug battalions are always good too. Okay, there we go. Who's in command here? I suppose it's alright. It's not like I really have the points to replace him for the time being. Okay, so I could do with the reserve corps being molded into there. Right, that satisfies them. We'll have them brought down here. So I'm going to have you aside. Okay, I can't afford to do so, so we'll have to wait and deal with that as is. Okay. These corps over here. Right, these construction battalions are very good. Matterhorn gun. Interesting. Right, you have Stugs and Pioneers. I could give them further Stugs actually, or Stugs. In all honesty, I'm half tempted to actually move the 13th Panzer Division over there. The reason being actually just, yeah, that construction value would be really welcome. I think we will do that actually. I'll have them moved over. They don't need to do any fighting, but I just need them there just to, for the most part, dig in. I actually do have a heavy Panzer Battalion over here. Okay. Yeah, so you got 45 Tigers then. Okay, that's interesting. And do we have that return to the actual general headquarters? I'm going to say so, actually. There's not really any particular reason for them to be here. And we have Panzergrenadiers. Panzergrenadiers, Panzer Pioneer Squad. Cool. Okay, we're going to have you sent back to overall command. So let's go ahead and say... I could have them just sent to Army Group South in general, actually. Yep, I'll have them sent to Army Group South in general. So we have, like, what, two heavy Panzer battalions that we can actually use? To be honest, I mean, like, one of these is fantastic. I think it's the most easy... I think it's got the easiest entry of all of the categories of games. It's just, I don't know, I really love it. It just flows. It's so good. So, so good. It just feels smooth, almost. What I am going to do, then, is actually sign out some support here. So we do have the Werfer battalions over here. That's good to know. It's going to be a question of where are they going to be used. To some degree, it depends on the actual opposition. We do have plenty of actual units over here, though. So I'm going to give each corps, if possible, 2 construction battalions. Over here to the north, anyhow. Okay, do we move into Chernobyl? Every promotion requires getting used to it, I like that. Okay, give out our construction battalions. Okay. I could give them out on a divisional basis. I don't know what good that could do me, though, really. There's a heavy amount of support over here, so maybe these units on the front line here. Hard to say, but I'm going to say give it to the actual corps commander, really. And a Stug battalion. Okay, so that's pretty good then. So they now have, what, 45, 150mm Nebelwerfers over there. These things are awesome. They just look fantastic. Yeah, you take a look at this. This one has a lot of support there. That is a nice amount of support. Your command is very separated, isn't it? Okay, but now that is a little bit awkward. Yeah, I'll also get these guys into command radius. Heavy flexor is a good one. I'll attempt to try and give them about a 100 guns, if so, or around about that point, really. Yeah, this unit definitely needs a lot of support there. I'll give them the heavy one as well. This is where the heavy panzers are going to be more than likely used. .41 guns over here. Actually, let's go into the actual commander's report then. So what we're going to do here then is sort by corps. Clear off filters. There we go. So we're looking at all the corps over here. So now we're looking at all the corps. Yeah, some of them have a abundance. Surely not. You have that much support. How the hell do you have that much support? 75 guns. Or is this just... Right, okay. That's telling me what the actual unit has in total then. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. That is still a good barometer anyhow. Yeah, but there's a lot of units here. The Romanians obviously are lacking to a great deal. And do we actually have anything I could give them? Okay, so there's Romanian Support units. You can actually move. Are you actually unlocked here? Seems you are. That's rather intriguing. Okay, well, we'll actually have you brought to the front lines. Or rather not. And we'll have you marched then to the front lines. At least you can actually be made use of them, so that's not too bad. I am quite happy about that. See, you have this and you're not doing a goddamn thing with it. I don't have the actual points to really waste on that, though. Right, so by nationality for the moment. Okay, we'll have you reassigned. Okay, we do have construction battalions over here then. I do think that most of the support does need to go over this way. Yeah, indeed, really. Ideally we can. Ideally. I'll give them some self-propelled flak. 138 guns, 91 guns. .49 guns, okay. I'll give you one of these rocket battalions then. Heavy Panzer, Panzer Battalion, Stug Battalion. Wow, these guys are actually quite blessed here, aren't they? That is impressive, okay. Right. That is very good, okay. My lord, they have a lot of support there. Okay, what we can actually do then is actually have some of this other support when we do have more administration points available. Have it shifted around, actually. Most likely to other fronts, actually, to be honest. At least then I can actually make use of them, because that is a lot of artillery that just float in here. We'll give this more in the way of artillery. I mean, heavy flak battalions as well is very nice. Okay. You then will give you pioneers and a Stug battalion. That's going to dramatically increase their tenacity of fighting in the city there. Would tenacity be the right word? Virility? We'll go with virility. They're going to be very virile fighters. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay. Give them some K-18 guns. And we'll give them a mixed flak battalion as well. Yeah, there's a lot of assets there that I do need to have reassigned. Right, 4th Panzer Army. Of course it does make sense when it's in the 4th Panzer Army. That is impressive. When summer holidays for streamer stars. I suppose I'm technically on mine at the moment. We'll call it that. Heavy bit. Well, Panzer's just arrived. Okay. What I'll do then. I'll have it assigned here then for the time being. At least then I know where my actual heavy Panzer support is. So we have what? 45 Tigers here. 45 Tigers. Okay, so we have 90 Tiger tanks over there. That's a nice amount of unit size. Yeah, so what we'll have to do then is use them as a shock force, in all honesty. Just have them deployed to where we need them most, which is more than likely, I'm going to say, it's probably here, probably around this area. It depends, really. I think we'll go ahead and take a look at that then. Now, what do I receive here in terms of reinforcements? So, Stugs next turn, then SS Panzer, Fallschirmjäger, Infantry, and Valonian SS Motorized. Okay, so not bad. At least we get stuff. We get stuff. Stuff is always good. More Hungarian forces are coming. That's good. Yeah, actually a decent amount of stuff. How about in the air? Okay, so I get some BF-109s, Junkers 88s. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. We're just going to buy time, really. I do have more level bombers available, okay. Have a Luftwaffe move up to the front. Okay, I'd like to have more air support over this area. Those things are amazingly impressive. Just so large. Right, there we go. From National Reserve there. Okay. HS-129 is very nice with Duckbill. You have commanded a lot of forces over there. Yeah, I mean this is it. As far as it goes for the actual map, I mean they're like individual tiles. I imagine somebody will do it. Hopefully. Okay, I think that's about as much as I can do here in this first turn. So we'll go ahead and take a look as things progress then. I think it's going to be the south where obviously we'll see blows exchange really. Oh, Meg, that was a great joke. I like it. I like it. Oh, man. I know about the HS-129 because I can remember a few well, I can remember like, what was it, maybe a year or 2 years ago, playing a lot of War Thunder, and I had the HS-129. It was awesome. Just having a big old cannon underneath the aircraft. Hell to fly, but my god, it was hella beautiful. Okay, yeah, absolutely no action this turn. Will the mud stay? It doesn't look like it so far. Please, please give me more mud. I think we should have more mud here. Let's hope. So I would like to have that time to build up, please. Okay, yeah. So, as far as it goes there, so you can see that we suffered 890 losses this turn. I mean, this is all basically just low-level fighting skirmishes. The stories did definitely come out bad there. Yeah, men killed 9,228. I can imagine, obviously, being out of supply with quite a few units. Well, actually, a lot of these units are really on shoestring logistics, aren't they? So let's see here. So, logistics... Yeah, their losses are in their logistics phase here. As we have to bear in mind. Okay. Oof, 18 tigers lost so far. Yeah, definitely check out the historical game of Richard York. He's really good. A good for Max Nemesis is another good one as well. Some really awesome guys out there. Commissar Roach as well. God, I feel bad because I'm going to end up missing somebody by mistake. If I've missed you, then don't feel bad. Just get mad. Get even. Okay, so how do we want to play this? We need to find a way to actually pull out here. And the issue is I'm going to... Do I leave these men behind to hold on to Sevastopol? And what I think here... it didn't go over my head, I'm just going to take it as a compliment. Yeah, see, if we pull back now... But what I'll probably do then is actually have these, at least one of these Romanian divisions actually pull back down here to Sevastopol. At least then I can actually hold on to the city there. I can move this unit out of here. In all honesty, we do have an excess of units over here, so we can begin to move some of them out. Right over his helmet. That doesn't sound right. Okay. Hey, this isn't my first rodeo. It's my part, and I'll cry if I want to. Okay, let's pull back some of these forces here. I mean, this is it. I could attempt to establish a defensive line here, but I don't really... I don't know, is it really much use to doing so? I could end up just getting myself pocketed here. Which is your commanding corps? Okay. I could have them taken out to potentially form a reserve. I'd much prefer to do that. Okay, so I'm going to have these units assigned to armor groups south for the time being. They're going to be shipped out of here. And I'm going to use them as a reserve. At least for the time being, while they are here, they can actually work to actually dig in the fortifications. So that's quite good. Yep, as you can see, 0. These guys, what's their construction value? They're still refitting at the moment. So yeah, they have very minimal construction value. But if they do get any chance to start building a line, then at least that it's something. I mean, this is it. I could have potentially had them much further back. But I'd rather have them in a position where I can have my men fall back into them and not having to give too much in the way of room. The issue is the more room we give to the Soviets, the more they can take advantage of it. It's like, in all honesty, yeah, the best case scenario would be just something like that. That's the best we're going to get. Whereas we do have this very large area here. What I'm looking at doing then is actually just letting go of this. And of course we do have that connection there via rail for now, which is nice. But it's not going to last for long. It's only a very temporary situation. So, I mean, the front line is very much like that. Then of course we do have our secondary line over here. We're going to call this the pink line, he says. And draws in black. Okay, so this is going to be our pink line. Well, kind of meant to be there as well, but you know what I mean. Just pretend it went there. So that's kind of our secondary line. I mean, as far as it goes for a tertiary line, we could maybe look at one stretching from Odessa, but then again, there's not really much here in terms of defensive terrain. And we do see better terrain over here, so at least that would be something to potentially make use of. But we need to try and prevent the Soviets from really gaining any momentum. Which is going to be horrific grinding attrition. Snow. Okay. That's going to be rough. Okay. As for whether it's going to actually freeze the rivers or not yet, I do not know. I think it has to get to a certain ice level for that to be done there. So we do still have time. 8th Panzer was upgraded to the 43B Panzer Division Table Equipment. 1st Panzer, yep. 9th Infantry, 73rd Infantry upgraded to the 44 Infantry Division Table Equipment. What was that? Saw something else then. Oh, right, okay, General Lieutenant, or Lieutenant. No, there's no counterattacks here. There's just too much in the way of density of the Soviets. But given time, we'll be able to turn Germany into a cauldron. I mean, the numbers aren't too bad. It's like a 2-to-1 roughly. It's the situation when it comes to guns, that's where it's rougher. Guns, obviously, they have a major advantage. Aircraft isn't so very bad, actually. Armored fighting vehicles isn't so bad. Yeah, who are you? What did you do with XTRG? See, I'm XTRG's Mega Evolution. Mega TG. Mega X. Yeah, X gonna give it to you. But I'm waiting for you to get it on your own for. Okay. You're getting me all over that sighted here. I'm gonna end up spilling my eggnog. I come here to see Hitler level of fanciful counterattacks. Hey, it did have some good ideas every now and then. Delusion is the best part, it's the tasty part. Okay, I mean, this is it. Yeah, we're gonna have to pull the tunes back over here then. I was gonna have to keep shifting my units. Oh, dude, I'm English. It's like, I don't think I've ever tried eggnog in my life, so I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, so don't take anything I say here. It's alcoholic, isn't it? Is it alcoholic? I don't bloody know. Right, again to other group south. Yeah, exactly, the fire brigades. Hello there, Stephanus Magnus. That's a great name. Right then. Rail capacity is not sufficient. Actually, should be sufficient. What's the issue here? Very odd. Okay. It might be due to the fact that obviously there's, yeah, pre-units over here. Okay, that's fine. What I could potentially do then for the moment is, fair enough. No, I'll just blame why then. Oh, that's very good then. That's very good. The XTRG party. Oh god, there's gonna be something out there. That'd be awesome. Okay, I do have the armor division over there. I'd say it'd be much better off having that just pull back to a line over here. At least I can actually make some goddamn use of it. Ah, man, Pixel. I can't wait. See, I'm very excited, actually. I did reach out to Goblin Gaming. I know this is very off topic, so for those guys who don't have an idea what I'm on about, I'm sorry. But I'm going to have to shoot you. Yeah, I did reach out to Goblin Gaming and showed them the link to the video. So, I don't know. I might be able to get affiliate status with them. I don't know what that means, but hopefully it means I'll be able to do a lot more sort of bolt action stuff. I've actually got about 30 Hungarians in front of me here. I've got 20... Sorry, I've got 10 Honvid, obviously the infantry. I've got another 10 which are winterized, and then I've got 10 paratroopers as well, actually. And then to my right, I have a Pack 43, which is heavy as hell. And I did end up gluing myself together to actually put that thing together. Okay, what am I going to do here? As far as it goes, we don't really have much I can throw at this situation to a degree. Now, I'm glad that the fortifications are level 2 here. The case is, I need to make sure that we do have something in reserve here. We're going to need more here. Going to need more. I don't know, it's always some sort of Axis nation, isn't it? Something like that. Yeah, go, okay, 1 second, pew pew, pew pew, pew pew, pew pew, there we go. See, this is it, if I worked as a stripper, at least I'd get paid. Here, I just get the, I just get the trash talk. Oh dear. Yeah, non-Germans, Brits in this instance, indeed. Okay. How are we looking here? We do have the option of setting some units static to free up some vehicles. We're actually okay on vehicles for the time being. Which is... yeah, it's not bad. Right, level 2 fortifications here. What we are going to do then is, I'm going to need these men on the front lines, actually. I need to build up these fortifications ASAP, actually. I know, it's a shame. I know, it's a shame. Right, I do have my reserve one over here. I need to grab forces I can move now. I mean, when it comes to this, I'm going to have the Romanians shifted to the second line. What's their construction value here for the force? Oh, that's abysmally bad. Okay. That's a division as well. Okay, just try and fill some of the line, but at least just try and dig in some capacity if you can. I may have the armor shifted over here to the north, actually. It's not doing me any good here. Though, actually, what I'm going to do then is I'm going to take this. And these armored, yeah, these panzer... Yeah, they're fantastic. That is a lot of construction value that I can actually put to work here. Do the same for this division. The 6th Army can move down here. Right, where's your construction value? 48. Yeah, I mean, it is rather impressive. We have to really play it by ear with the construction. Right. What I'm going to do then is, where is the... Right, 4th Panzer Army. I need your Stugs. The reason why I'm taking these is I'm going to have them sent to Army Group South headquarters. Obviously, all the other armies are under the command of Army Group South. So at least I can have the assets move around a little bit more freely. Okay, you are short of guns and others. I give you howitzers. Indeed, Moscow or bust, really. Okay, at least you have more artillery support here. That's good to see. Yep, you can see that the Panzers do definitely do a better job at digging in. As you can see that elements of the SS Panzer Division are dug in far more, well, far better really. I'm going to have this Panzer Division. They're not in a prime position really here, but I'll have them on a reserve end to a degree. Don't then again. Try and increase the amount of strength in this area. You have very little units under your command there. Okay, you are going to be reassigned here. Give you more in the way of support. Yeah, I'll give you the howitzers here then. Somewhat interested to see what the Matterhorn gun is. Okay, so 170mm. Nice man. Moscow. You know, there's certain summer camps where you'd get sent to, for those jokes. Some of these actual calls here have a distinct lack of anything assigned to them. Okay, place you on the rail lines. You're going to go to Reserve Corps. There we go. The reason I'm doing this is so at least then I can have forces to shift around if needs be. There we go. So we are going to need these reserves. You are going to be attached to, let's see, which army isn't suffering? Yeah, A5 is overburdened. I could have them assigned to 4... No, actually. Oh. Rough, okay. Jesus Christ. So I'm going to say the 6th army. Have you assigned to Army Group South? There we go. Yep, it's more than likely going to be a rough turn. I mean, we could attempt to pull out now, but I think we have to wait for the actual snow to come. And then I can actually move fairly easily. And I could attempt to move now, but it is going to be rough because obviously we're going to lack the mobility. I might just pull the Romanians across then. At the end of the day, they're not the best troops in the world. But at least they are going to be of some use. They're better than they were in the Crimean Peninsula. So at least we have that going for us. And this is it. This position is going to be just cracked open soon. If I attempted to pull back now, also we'd be left there. We'll hold on for the time being. At least these men have been able to refit to a degree, so that's going for them. We have started digging the fortifications over here, for what good it's done us. As we don't have any fortifications there, but hey, we can believe. And this mountain range here will do as well, but obviously, yeah. The city is going to be nice. I mean, yeah, well, then again, the Soviets are already over here, aren't they? Is Richard going to paint up something to face your brave Hungarians? I think he's going to go with his partisans, actually. He did show me today that he's bought some partisans with SMGs. He makes me laugh. He's like, I'm not going to buy anything. I'm not going to buy anything. I'm not going to buy anything. But he buys something. I'm like, God damn it, Richard, you're like an addict. Yeah, okay. Now it's time to move in. Okay. I tell you what, though, I'm really tempted to go, like, into Hail Caesar and then, like, collect, like, a late Roman army. I think that'd be really interesting. I tell you what, guys, I am excited to see what's going to happen this turn. I don't know if that is a very good thing. I don't know, I suppose it's in German in me, you know, that sort of, like, what were we going to call it now? The sadomasochist, yeah, here we go. It's good to see that the Luftwaffe is at least intercepting the enemy's reconnaissance over here. Yeah, I'm worried about that assailant over there. I mean, perhaps if the Soviets overextend, but then again, you look at all the guard corps there. I mean, that's 2 or 3 guard armored corps there. We sort of guard mechanized corps. Nah. But the good news is we've had time here to dig in along the river Dnieper. So, at least we've had that. We've had that opportunity to actually take advantage of that. Our men have had more rest than they really could have asked for, so... At least we enter turn 8 here, in a better position. Okay, and here comes the snow. So, 328 men are resurrected. Okay. 3,604 men are cured of their ills. There's something to there once again, 12,348 losses there. It's just the attrition, really. But lower level fighting, I can imagine, obviously, if your lack of supplies reaching the front, combined with that actual low level fighting, isn't a good idea. We still have a good amount of vehicles. I may have to set some units static, to be honest, just to actually have more vehicles available. Okay, the 14th Panzer Division has arrived here. We also do have the 1st SS Panzer Division, looking resplendent in their black. Yeah, now the offensive potential begins once again. We have to pull back from this area this turn. I mean, I don't technically have to. I do have fortifications here, but the thing is, they're not very strong fortifications. And the issue is we don't have full line of fortifications at the front either, so I'm going to have to shift forward the panzer units from that second line to actually help reinforce our front line there. Which is never great. We're not looking too spectacularly strong. I mean, these positions over here, like level 1 is okay, level 2 is much better. Yeah, but at least we do have predominantly level 2 fortifications here. Okay. What I'm going to do here then is run down reconnaissance. See what we can have aircraft reveal, really. Look for build-ups of Soviet troops, really. I do think it's going to come down in the center. To the south of Kiev. And the question is, do I deploy the reserves there? At least we do have another Panzer Division, and we have a SS Panzer Division. We do have the Panzer Division to the south, and the 2 infantry divisions to the south as well that are available for relocation. It looks as if... I mean, this is it. At least we will have more reserves as well from the Crimean front. Obviously, Crimea will fall, but it is to be expected. It would have fallen anyhow. If you can divert some of the Soviet forces, then at least that is going to buy us some time there. But having the actual forces available to serve and fight within the Ukraine is going to be very handy. I mean, the Romanians aren't exactly cracking, but at least they will help to bolster our numbers. And if nothing else, they can be used to actually dig the trenches behind the lines and fight from within those. Everybody fights better when they're in a trench. Yeah, it's quite the build-up over there. I can just speed this up ever so slightly. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at where the build-ups are coming. So, from what I can see here then, we've got... Well, we'll zoom out a little bit further then. So we have a large build-up in this area. Build-up, obviously, in this area. So on the face of it, I could potentially relax to a degree in these positions. these men are obviously going to move into the interior lines. I need to double up the strength on these lines. I need to really look at fortifying, especially when there aren't any fortifications on the front line. So I'll have to move some of the panzers that are here of the rear echelon. This isn't too bad. I might be able to even take some forces. I think I might have the SS Panzer Division assigned over here, and potentially even have the Panzer Division itself assigned down here as well, this other one. The one actually from Lvov, actually, which is over here, never mind. The reserves, yeah, we can try to use those to fill up a line here. I could start work on the second line as well to a greater degree. What do I gain as reinforcements then? Okay, next turn we do gain a couple more divisions, so 3 divisions here and a brigade. Those are going to be very handy. Right. So let's go ahead and take a look here. This is where the reinforcements needed. I mean, we do have a level 2 position here. I mean, that's due to the fact of the Panzer Division being there for some time, so that's very good. I think what I'm going to do then is actually use these, I could potentially have the Romanians. Yeah, I think I'll have the Romanians move to the second line. The Hungarians can move to the front line to obviously support the Germans there. I mean, there's a lot of German divisions I can actually pull back from this area, so that's very good. Let's take a look. What do I have here in fortification? So there's obviously fortification here, but obviously there'd be, it's a swampy position, so it's not too bad. They'd probably be pushed across the river, but that's fine. I could leave a German division down here to fight, but, oh god, look at all these forces here. But obviously it's not going to happen. Okay. I mean, I could fight in the city here for the time being, but it's not going to do me much good. Yeah, it's not worth it to leave a German division there. I mean, is it even worth it to leave these divisions here? I don't think they can leave, actually. Even if they wanted to. So no, they can't escape. I could have the core headquarters escape, but I'm going to need that down here. At least the men will fight harder then. Okay, so what we're going to do here then is... I mean, I could place a unit here. Obviously that is... What do we have here? Rough terrain. Rough terrain and light woods. Construction value is 16 and 12. Construction value is 0. You do have some support assigned to you, so that's very good. Yeah, we do have some pioneers here and heavy howitzers. That's quite nice. At least we have that. So pull back. Yeah, move on to the city of Sevastopol. We need to try and dig in. I could have moved in here, but we're not going to be able to do anything about that. There's only a couple hundred tons of supply there, so it's nothing too amazing. Yeah, quite a bit of supply there. Plenty of supply of fuel over here, so at least I did something. What I'm going to do then is, I could move into this fortified position, so I'm going to do that. They're Jaegers, and of course they're in a swamp, and they do have some fortifications, so at least they have something like that. So that's nice to have that. Yeah, I'm just trying to think how best to actually distribute the forces. I do think it's the right move to move the Hungarians. I mean, of course, I can actually have the Hungarians, yeah. Okay, what we're going to do here then. But then again, they're going to come under it. Yeah, right. Potentially 2 German divisions, Hungarian division, or something of that nature. Either way, we'll move them. Then they can be supported by some panzers over there. I can actually move a German division there, move the Panzer Grenadiers over here to the north. Yeah, these positions need to be fortified further. I don't think the rivers are frozen. I'm not entirely sure if they are frozen. It's only ice level 1, so I can't remember exactly at which point. I can imagine they probably are. Forecast is more snow, level 1 ice, okay. Gruppen Fiona. Oh, right, okay. The totem call for SS Panzergrenadier Division was renamed to the SS Panzer Division. Yeah, this is like trying to cover 10 miles of bread with 5 miles of peanut butter. Jesus Christ, can you imagine trying to eat that? Oh. No, thank you. Right, have the Romanians move into these second line positions here. They're going to dig in for me. I could shift these forces to the north, or even have these forces shifted. This is it. Alright, we'll take a look at how these men fall here. Yeah, they can move a much, much further distance. Fire from within the swamp, but if you can't make it over. Either way, just get across the river. What I can do is take some of these units and shift them further up the line. Right, have these men shifted over here. Okay. So I do have the panzers over here. I can keep them over here to still try and dig in further. But what I'm going to do then is take the reserve corps infantry. Move them over here. Now, reserve panzers is another question, because obviously, I have to be careful on how I use them. What we'll do is we'll place you here then. Right, there we go. Move over here. Yeah, so at least we have been able to reinforce this to a degree. I've got these men on reserve. Right, there's a very large build-up of units here. Let's have them organized properly. And that's a reserve corps, okay. So this is a Hungarian, sorry, Romanian unit. Okay. Now, I mean, this is it. I do have these panzer forces over here. So the question comes down to, where do we need them? I'm not going to really expect much in the way of counterattack over here. So I'm going to do is shift these panzer forces. Do you have plan to strike back at a certain time? Maybe. It really depends what happens here. Really depends. I mean, my big one is over here in the center. And that's a strong force there. Let's take a look at actual defensive CV. It's a good position, but obviously it's still not strong enough, so I'm going to have to move a reserve over there. They're not strong enough over here to the north, though maybe they might be. I could maybe do with some reinforcements over here, to be fair. I might go ahead and send the security force over there. I mean, even, yeah, it might be worth doing that. But we'll see. I do have security forces over here as well. Let's see, if I take them out here quickly. Yeah, they could be split up, okay. What I'm going to do then is shift this over here. That does increase. Panzers can be brought down here. I'm going to shift that Panzer Division there. That does allow me to free up the Panzer Grenadiers. I'm going to have them brought back, placed on reserve, as well to start digging that position there. Okay, we do have 24th Panzer Division too, that's fantastic actually. I think this position is going to fall. I mean, it was nice to hold on to the actual town, but I think, I don't know. It's not looking like a strong position. And it's 26 defensive CV, which ain't bad, but it's a case of, well... I am opening myself up to attack there. But I do have to cover more. So I think what I'm going to do here, I know it sounds like opposite to what I was saying, but shift those over there. I'm going to give them both heavy panzer division, well, battalions I should say. Give them additional guns. The reason for that, so now this is a very powerful force. The fact that it has 90 Tiger tanks, obviously they weren't the best things ever, but at least they are capable of dealing with enemy tanks. He's not bad there, 7-7 ain't bad. I could look for the better commander though, to be fair. Well done. So again around. looking for morale here. Well, that's mechanized, sorry. His morale's actually very good. To be fair, not bad at all. Mechanized ain't cracking. Okay. I think General Lieutenant Bulkhelman. Lieutenant, indeed. Right, 8-7. Morale's very good there. Ideally, that'll keep our men fighting. No. These units are actually overburdened. You're going to be reassigned. Okay, so what we're going to do here then. The 24th Division is going to be brought to this area. Or do I? I should be able to hold there. Should. I could move this back, actually. I'm going to bring it to this area. Have you assigned to the local command? Shift the 24th over there. Interdicted. Quite a lot of bombers there. We do lose some men and an artillery piece, but not too bad. I suppose that's the way the cookie crumbles there, really. I'll try and read signs from these divisions. Issue is obviously a lot of them are spread out. Right, these men are going to be reassigned to 30th Corps. Okay, you are going to be shifted up over here, actually. You're going to go under the command of the 8th Army. There we go. I'm going to have to give you support. So I only have Stugs available at the moment, which, don't get me wrong, that's actually not bad. Right, change your command here. If this can alleviate some of the pressure, that'd be good news. Actually, have your command change to the 3rd Panzer Corps. Right, there we go. Trying to alleviate some of the difficulties here. Okay, have you reassigned? Hello there, Cold Steel. Yeah, this is indeed War of the East. Welcome, my friend. Good to have you on stream. Yeah, we're just preparing here to face off against the Red Army. As the weather has finally switched, and the snows have arrived. So you reassign just for the ease of it. Okay, have them reassigned to that division core headquarters there. Well, core headquarters, I should say. And that makes it much easier then. Okay. I don't think there's a terribly large amount of what I can do. What I'm going to do then is move this headquarters up over here, give it more support, really. Heavy flak. Yep, indeed. Give them the support over here then. Considering that they're quite far to the north. Man, I lack supply here, holy moly. Yeah, I played some One of the West, actually. I do like One of the West, I just think it's one of those where it's very much an allied game. You play One Piece if you want to play as the Axis or the Soviets, where they're both, well, obviously you have different periods of ascendancy, but One of the West, it's pretty much, yeah, the Germans don't really have much in ascendancy, but that time passed quite a long time ago. It's still fun, man, don't get me wrong. The danger isn't too great over here, which is very nice. That is that. Well, actually, speaking of that, I might even need a additional division down here, to be fair. Okay, reform this Panzer Division. Okay, what we're going to do then, shift you to this area. Have you reassigned to whichever core you can go to, be fine. Yeah, but what we're trying to do here is a balancing act. Right, I don't have the rail capacity. That is a very well. Yeah, that's nice. I'll have you move to Livo then, considering the fact that you can't actually make it to the front line as of yet. That's a very good unit. So we've pulled back down here for south. Our units are desperately trying to dig in for the most part. It's going to be a difficult one though. I think this is also where the biggest threat is. I think we can handle it here to begin with. Supply isn't exactly exceptional in this area though. I'm gonna have you shift back there. True. I think this is the best we're going to get here. We will have further reinforcements next turn. We're not too bad here. I mean, we do have a good amount of strength down here for the south, which is obviously very important. And we were able to recover quite a few divisions from the south. I mean, the remainder is going to be coming in handy. They're over here on the second line digging in as well. At least we have that going for us. It is indeed better than nothing. So we'll go ahead and take a look at how it turns out here. Yeah, Decisive Campaign's a really good game, actually. I do need to go ahead and actually give that a go one day. I mean, it's a case of how much is the river actually factoring into our defensive capabilities here at the moment. I can't recall whether it's first level of snow that the rivers freeze. Okay, so looking a little bit more snowy now. I think we might still be level 1 ice, but we'll see. Okay, it seems like the Soviets are shifting their lines here for the time being. Now, ideally, a lot of their forces will head into the Crimean Peninsula. Yep, they attempt to do that, and they actually do force it. Wow, okay. Cool. They lose hardly anything for that. Right, we do hold on there. Right, we do hold. we hold there, that's good. Overall, not too bad. We actually do manage to fend off the first Soviet attack, so that's very good. Obviously, as the weather worsens, things will become progressively harder. But so far, so good. So far, so good. Losses, yep, 8,430 there. The level of guns I lose really isn't fun. We do have reinforcements now as well, so that's good news. Yeah, Fortune Jaeger have arrived. Hello there, Freya. We also do have 38. Yeah, the motorized. The 376 over here. We do have 41st SS Panzer as well, so we do have some units here to throw in reserve. Okay, let's go ahead, and that's rather weak there. That's really quite strange. Okay. So we'll go ahead and perform our reconnaissance. Try and get an idea of what the battlefield is looking like beyond the lines. You can see that they do have artillery build-up over here. They do have a great deal of air power over this way. I do think it might be worthwhile sending another division potentially to the north. But I don't know. I don't know. Right, so they're building a more offensive power here. So I think a reserve unit is going to be needed around this area. I mean, the good news is obviously we've been able to continue to build up these fortifications. Right, with 40% wave towards level 3 fortifications, that's going to be very handy. Hey man, I once bought this game for like 10 bucks on bundle stars, but expected it completely overwhelms me. To be honest, I'd say Hearthfire 3 is more intensive than Galaxy's War of the East in ways. I mean, this is it, the beauty of any game that is turn-based. It doesn't particularly matter how complex it is, you have all the time in the goddamn world to actually learn how to play. It's one of those, it takes a lot of the pressure off. In Hearthfire 3, obviously, it's real time, you have to do things in real time. I say, if you can actually play Hearthfire 3, you should be able to play War of the East. It's just you're going to approach things in a different manner. You're going to really see the larger picture. Yeah, see a larger picture and try to work towards that. Try and predict where you might suffer. Act accordingly, really. Okay, so we're still strong in this position here. It looks as if they've shifted some reserves over here to the north and some down here to the south as well, actually. This position's obviously been reinforced. We are at now level 1 fortification, so obviously that is much better, but that is still quite powerful there. Yeah, so we are seeing the 10th Guard Rifle Corps being 2nd Guards mechanized. So the question is, do I leave the, yeah, what I can do here then is actually transfer some additional infantry over this way. It depends really on the quality of the Hungarians versus the Germans. The Germans obviously do have that morale bonus. Well, they do have that superior morale. They also do have a better table equipment. So I think what we need to do then is shift some of these Hungarian forces on. See, that Luftwaffe field division's quite weak there, isn't it? I could have it placed as a reserve, but what I'm going to do here then is actually shift it to the north. Have you assigned to this core over here. Now what I'm going to do is actually take the element in the 9th Panzer. Right, that's good. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Now that is a rough point over here, so I'm going to have the Panzers assigned over here to the north. Each hex, that's a good question. I can't remember exactly. I know in War in the Pacific it's about 40 nautical miles. I forget what it actually is now in Categories 1 of the East. Is it 40 miles as well? I can't remember exactly what it is. If somebody has that answer, then do feel free to respond back. I can't really remember what it is now. Huh. Feel rather silly now. Okay. Of course, I do have this armor division there, so that's at least something heavy to fill the gap. So I'm going to push that to the front line. I'll shift this unit further up. It is a little bit overkill, to be fair, but it gives me the room I need. I'm going to move the Panzer Grenadiers over here. Okay, now these Hungarian forces I've taken from front line can move to the rear. Yeah, thinking about smaller chunks, that's a very good way to put it. See, that's another Luftwaffe field division. Not exactly cracking. Shift you to a reserve. In fairness. Shift the Hungarians. I just can't remember what it is, to be honest, so feel free to guess, really. Right, you can be shifted as a reserve. See, this central area is looking better due to the level of fortifications, really. So that's nice. As far as I can see, then, so we do have a build-up over here, then. That seems to be moving a little bit further north. I could potentially go for a local counter-attack over here, then. It would obviously weaken our forces to a degree, but obviously would take them off the front line. But then again, that unit's taking up valuable space. It's not going to do anything. Yeah, the bulge is obviously the issue here. It would be very nice if we could remove it, but we can't. We do have strong defenses over here, though. That's good news. I could potentially even shift this Panzer Division further south, but there's a build-up of force over here. I don't think it's enough to really push there, and if they push, they're not going to be able to make much use of it. I think reinforcements here and generally around there. We do have a lot of men down here to the south, so at least I can actually make use of that. Let's see. Damn, do I not have enough for the panzers? How much are they? I'm going to have to save up here. I could move the 14th Panzer Division. So I guess we'll move the 14th Panzer Division. I'm going to have them shifted down to this area. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, to have a full table equipment as well. Right, they're going to have to stay there. I'm going to have to save my rail. So I can have, to be fair, I can have the men march on. What good that does. Yep, here comes the Soviets down here in the south. I can imagine that's going to take some pressure off this line. They've not fully moved up as of yet. See, this worries me. I'm gonna have to... Hello there, Batman Geezer. How you doing there, my dude? I'm gonna have it shifted here. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I could march the actual Panzer Division, but the thing is I'd like to try and retain its fuel, really. I think I might be able to pull back pull another Panzer Grenadier detachment south, actually. The positions aren't weak, it's just I need maybe a little bit more depth. Well, we do have another way around it. Yeah, we do have another way. Alright, shift you here. Shift you up for the time being. I mean, then again, do we just actually, I think I'm just gonna get them moving. They're gonna need fuel. But at least they are closer to the front line now. Any more infantry reinforcements due? Let's take a look. I get the 25th Panzer next turn. I mean, these units aren't too bad, actually. They do have a decent amount of AFV, so that is nice. Another infantry division to come, and then we're getting some more Hungarian forces. So it's not too bad, really. Yeah. First division there. We gain more Stugs. We gain more stuff. I mean, like, in the center, we do have... Let's take a look at where the battles actually took place, then. So one over here, then. Okay, if I can, I'd like to give you more support over here. Unfortunately, I don't have that. So, 3rd Panzer. Shift you to 3rd Panzer Corps, so you're going to gain some Tigers down there. It's not terribly much, is it? Yeah, I suppose that's the most I'm going to be able to do here for the point in time. I'm trying to dig here. At least we're able to dig up over this way, which is nice. These guys are still going to be refitting. But at least it is some construction value. Yeah, and the fort is only 6% there. You can see why you need your construction units. But at least it is started, and it's something for the men to fall back on to build up. At least it is started for them. So we'll go ahead and progress here to the next turn. See how things turn out. Right, Ben. Actually, that was very, very nice for us there. Right, okay, so we are going to see blizzards here next turn. Yeah, the difficulty is going to come now due to the supply again, but I do still have a vehicle pool that's good, so that's okay. Jesus, that is one hell of a strong division. Alright, not much in the way of fatigue. They do have embedded tiger. This is a hell of a strong division. Or is it strong division because it's like everything else isn't exactly cracking at this moment in time? We got the Puma. Oops. Ooh, you got one of those. I like those. I do think the Puma is probably one of the sexiest armoured cars in existence. The Flak Panzer 38. Yeah, it's an impressive amount of just equipment in here. Panthers and Tigers. That is a lot of Panthers. 92 Panthers, wow. I still can't say there's anything wrong with the actual Panzer IV. I mean, that thing's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Obviously, there's ups and downs of it, but it's one of those of like, was it even worth it if the Germans would be building the big kitties? And it's like, well, not particularly, in my opinion. Yeah, defense is increasing for them, but I don't give a damn about their defense. Yeah, keep rest until needed, really. Right, they're closing in on us over here. At least I do have 2 mountain divisions, so at least they can move into the actual rough terrain. Level 2 fortifications over here now. Indeed, meow. Yeah, it was very nice. Big tank, really. Right, 18% there. Which units we're talking about, Newhauser. The SS1 I've moved in. These new units have arrived. So we're going to continue to march them. Yeah, I think that the King Tigers, I mean, they're great as a defensive tank, but then again, anything with a lot of armor and a big gun is a good defensive tank if it's in a good defensive position, really. Might have this shifted up to the north, to be fair. Potential's increasing here. I mean, that is a very strong position now. I think what I'm going to have to do here, then, is actually deploy the 1st Panzer Division to this area. Because if you look there, 53, 40, 71, 73. 63 here as well. Assigned the 1st SS Panzer Division to this area here. I mean, these men must feel blessed now to be reinforced so much. Right, reserve. Right, you can be split up and further reinforce the line. I'm gonna shift you back there. For command reasons, really. Yeah, pretty much. Have you moved to the rear, actually? Yeah, I mean, this is it. If I can really dig this area in here, it's going to help me out. I'm really focusing attention over here, actually. The reason be it, it's going to be one end of the anchor. So that's going to be good. Oh god, yeah, I mean, you're right there, Neuhauser. In having something like that, right, well, yeah. The hell of a machine, it's just one of the things, obviously, I mean, this is it, obviously, it's just the reliability issues were awful. And this is it, you can have an incredibly unreliable tank, but as long as you have a good, strong logistics system in place, you can sort of deal with that to a degree. Obviously, one of those gave out. Okay, we are looking good here. Only here where... Well, this is actually slightly worrying. I think what I'm going to do is actually take this unit here. Yeah, you're right. I just don't really want to allow a break-in. So I can, it's only really here that I have to worry about. What I'll do then is I just move this panzer unit here then. Work on really just digging in. 30% way towards fort level 3, 22%, 26, 28. Ooh, that needs it. Ooh, actually, no. You know what? I take that back. Eternal optimism on the eastern front. Yeah, this one's well looked after. Right, let's see. If I take the infantry division away, how does that strength look? 81, still manageable. Okay, have them reassigned. Start building up fortifications here. You can act as reserve formation though for the time being. I might be able to just keep them on a reserve. I think I'm going to give you the Heavy Panzerjäger. The reason being you are on your own. Yeah. Tank hunters there. Yeah, takes that to 100 then. That's really good. Okay, so we continue to dig in over here in the rear. I've taken some units off the front line where we've been able to do so. Start digging in the second line over here, and that's the best bet. Right, level 3 blizzard coming. Hope for the best. Hope for the best. Okay, sounds like there's something to move around here. What's up, then, Unexpected Panda? How you doing there, my friend? Unexpected of you to show up. We're doing alright. I mean, we're just trying to balance really our defense. The good news is each and every turn that we do hold on does mean that we actually do have more time to dig in the defenses, so that is the important aspect here. Really important aspect. I mean, Sevastopol is going to be coming under attack shortly, but at least we've been able to build up some fortifications there to a degree. Right. Seems like another uneventful turn to a degree so far. Yeah, they're shifting forces around. I think, yeah, no attack again. This is good news. It looks as if they're trying to probe and find the weak spots. I mean, we do have reserves to sort of account for that for a degree, which is nice. I mean, we are at a limit here, really. I'm not at the absolute limit. We do have a very small amount of force to still send out. But so far, so good. So far, so good. Okay. Another 14,000 losses there for the Soviets. Obviously, it's not going to goddamn matter that much. Okay, what are we going to be looking at next turn? Yeah, but ice is getting even worse. Offensive potential is building up in some areas, though. Yeah, indeed. That's a very strong position there. Right, form up the Panzergrenadiers. You know, I've actually got Wages of Destruction. I really do need to take a look at that. God, I need to just actually get into reading, don't I? Just like, actually, yeah, just goddamn keep it up, really. They are taking some of their strength away over here. It's a goddamn balanced act, this, isn't it? I do a little bit of reinforcement here. I think we have some areas that should be okay. It depends really on what they're going to be using against us as well. Yeah, it's building up a certain degree of power here. Again, this area could do with reinforcing. No danger's past. I'm gonna have you march north. I just love the fact that there's an opening there in the line. Oh, if only we had something to actually do with that. Make a bit for the Stalingrad. They'd never see it coming. I could do with maybe, yeah. Have them assigned to the local core. Fair enough. Suppose we can just march you then for the time being. Well. Let's have you assigned. We'll get them towards the front line to a degree. It's time to go to like reinforcements, desperate. So we might need to take the Hungarians and move them down here. But of course, as the Soviets do spread out here to the south, they are reducing their numbers as well. Like, they do obviously outnumber us, but not overwhelmingly. Yeah, not overwhelmingly so, really. Let's just run some reconnaissance here again. I mean, while these guys are here, they might as well spread out, start digging in. Yeah, make themselves basically useful for the most part. Because they still have a very good construction rate. 29. You take a look at the division over here. 29, so yeah, not bad really. It's easy enough to set up a level 1 fortress. I think I'm going to give you, yeah, Stug Battalion. They've got one. I'll give you one. Give you a Pioneer. Yeah, they seem to be piled up against the shoulders of the bulls, yeah. You're right there. I mean, we've been very lucky in the fact that we've been able to continue to fortify. And these guys are going to take a long time, but it is better than nothing. I mean, 20% is still 1/5 of the way there. There's still a while to go here. The blizzard will become worse. I'm going to have a Panzer Division to arrive, return after infantry, and then more Hungarians. I mean, in all honesty, the Soviets don't have a huge amount of armor. So we're actually in a decent position here. It might be the only time that we actually have, you know, like an actual decent shot of, like, almost matching the Soviets in terms of armor. Which is really excellent. I don't know. I think it is starting to become more and more positive, really. Which is nice. I'm liking that. It's... The Air Force is definitely lacking. But then the Soviets don't have that much in the way of air. It's really men and the amount of guns that they have here. And the Romanians obviously given us a decent amount of men. Obviously I don't have access to all of them, but at least I have access to some of them. More now than I would have done historically. The Hungarians, they're in the field. I mean, it's another 1,000 odd guns. It's not bad, really. Okay. We'll go ahead to the next turn then. We've shifted some units around. I mean, we do have small reserves. Small, very small reserves available to us. But then again, this is it. We are not the ones on the offensive here. Sure, seen a little bit of Hauser. Yeah, we're not the ones on the offensive here. We're the ones who are on the defensive. So it does make it far easier. I mean, what's the rule of thumb for, like, attacking offensively? What is it, like, you need, like, 3 to 1? Yep, another quiet turn. Yeah, that's it. 3 to 1 unless crossing a major river. The 5 to 1 is pretty standard, yeah. Something like that. So that's quite good. Ooh, I have seen partisans over here, though. So that's less than great right now. Move them over via rail and have them annihilated. Right. Can't have partisans in the rear. Causes me issues. Yeah. That's caused some damage to the rail line. Yeah, you can see here that the blizzard is worse in certain areas. Like over here, it's level 9. I mean, our units are all in supply here, which is good. All the Soviets are in supply. I reckon they probably moved a decent amount of men down here to the south. And to be honest, what I should do here then is actually move this unit here. Move a third one here. Yeah, really ramp up the construction value here. 52% there. Indeed, malingering partisans in the rear. God damn it. Okay, more mechanized over here. I'll shift up the 50th Infantry Division. Add an element of the 24th Panzer. Sorry, 14th Panzer. And the good news is obviously these guys are going to keep building. And they have a lot of construction value, so they're going to really throw out Fortress 1 very, very quickly. I mean, Fortress value here are 2 so far. Well, looking good, really. The Soviets are going to probably find a weakness at some point, or they're going to just keep attacking it until something breaks. I think I'll have this division sent down here, actually. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Yeah, so we can see now. Continue to spread out here. But we do have level 2 fortifications. I think what we need to do then is, once they get to level... I love the fact that the Romanians and Hungarians won't share the same position. Yeah, we'll get to level 2. I think what we'll do here then is spread them out. Right, I definitely can't break that. And also I'm going to have this unit sent there to actually level, well, increase that to level 2 fortifications. Oh, actually no, the, oh, it's German, that's why. Yeah. It's looking good. I mean, the best part is I can keep building up the second line. That is the best part. That is worth a lot to me. Oh no, they can share. Odd. Oh no, never mind. Hello there, Van Bishop. How you doing there, my dude? Yeah, we've got strong positions here in the center. The blizzards continue to worsen. Just enough to hold them here. Okay, so what I'm going to do then in time being is I'm going to look towards fortifying this position here then, just behind the front line. It's not a bad idea, really. Yeah, they're going to have to start again, but at least they're in a position to help out. Yeah, I mean, this is it. The bishop has arrived. We've not been using much in the way of fuel, but you can see vehicles are reducing here. So what we're going to have to do then is really decide what units are going to remain static. Try and conserve vehicles for the most part. Okay. Okay. Right. That's bad. That's bad. I've been pushed to the other side of the river. GTA roleplay. Oh, God. You know, I've not even played GTA 5. I think I own it, and I think I installed it, just never played it. Maybe. That tickled me that. Oh, that has tickled me. Yeah, so it's to the north then. I thought we needed a few more reinforcements there, but we'll see the situation. Right, they do hold there, but it has been reduced. That is a lot of men there. This is what I was talking about, where they just throw more men there. They do hold again. That was a good one. Indeed. Okay, we'll hold there. I'm gonna have to spread out some of these units a little bit further. Right, we'll hold there. The issue is I'm losing fortifications, but these fortifications are working. HS-129Bs there in defense. I think they're actually attacking here to just try and probe for the most part. That's at least how it feels at the moment here. They're going down the line. So Van Paul, how you doing there, my friend? Welcome to stream as ever. Yeah, probing and softening, really. I mean, losses overall were quite light, but we were pushed back in one location. This obviously did pay for that. 424 guns is not, like, a light expenditure. How many turns? I can't remember, actually. I know it goes on into 1944, so there's still quite a few turns left. Where was I pushed back? Was I pushed back? I was pushed back. Where the hell was I pushed back? Held. Was I pushed back? Oh. To the north of Kiev, okay. Oh, yeah, that's kind of bad. It's kind of bad. That is kind of bad. The humanity. Jesus Christ, you guys made me cackle. What are the victory conditions? We'll go ahead and take a look. So we do have VP advantage at the moment. So I'm just going to hold on to those locations, really. Obviously, men losses, that sort of stuff. We're not doing too bad. We're not doing too bad. Now, what I'm thinking here... I know it's actually quite a big reaction, but I'm gonna have... fucking rolling stock. My god. Hmm. 20 turns left. Yeah. Okay, what I'm going to do here then is redeploy the 1st SS Panzer Division. The reason is we have a very strong unit there then. I do need to reinforce this position. So what I'm going to do then is move this unit. They're building up over there in the north. Thank God they can move. Right, put some heavy flak in here. Give them the flak. The reason I'm doing this is it's going to give them... I mean, they have a lot here, but I need the 88. So let's take a look at 13th Corps. Yeah, so we've got 48 88s there. If they weaken that position any further, I might even consider a counterattack. You know, to retake this area here. Take the town of Kanov. That could be done. Okay, reinforce that area. Okay, now I did have the 25th Panzer deployed initially south, but thankfully they were still on the rails. So we might look at actually a heavy counterattack over here to the north. Try and move them over to the front lines, really. I'd say it's probably the morale. Morale, maybe to an extent, table equipment. So what they were at? What were they at? 55. Romanians at 50. I don't know. It could be soft stats like that, really. Yeah, so I'm trying to... Oh, shit. God damn it. I'll have to get that one later. Yeah, I'm trying to set it up really so I have like level 2 fortifications behind the front lines. Partisans, okay. Shizer. I'll have to use some reinforcements, but my vehicle amount is getting low. Okay, I will have Hungarians coming soon though, so at least I can use those guys. There's a lot of power here. Move you up over here. Okay, how are these guys doing? 30% better, okay. So every couple times, we're getting like, is it 5% a turn? We'll have to double check, but at least each turn we are gaining some level of fortification. I mean, we have responded in a rather large way by assigning 2 Panzer divisions to this area, especially one of them being the 1st SS Panzer Division. Now you can see that a few of their vehicles are broken down here. Can I strengthen it further? I can give it a Pioneer Battalion. I think we will attempt a counter-attack here to drive them back across the river. For what use it really is it's not going to do me a terrible amount, is it? Okay, we hold. Yeah, he's definitely trying to attack me in the north. Yeah. I mean, issue is I'm pushed back to these positions. The terrain's really not suitable for any sort of offensive there, but he's going for it anyway. I'm glad we reinforced that area. I see we've pulled back there. It looks as if he's desperate. They're definitely probing here. And if this stays weak, then I can attack. It's a shame that we lost the 1st SS Panzer Division. Obviously, that could have been really useful here. But, yeah, we need to address the issues. 66 BF-109s, that's really, really good there. Good showing there from the Luftwaffe. Hold in there again. Issues each time we are attacked, we are losing those fortifications. But then again, I'm losing fortifications in small areas as opposed to across the front, so we can balance things around then. But each and every turn that we do build up more fortification is just brilliant. But I mean, even though we have held the Soviets in on the river line, they are amassing force in areas where they have found weakness. Like initial. Ooh, shizer. Okay, wow, I did not expect that actually. We have been pushed back there. See, that's now a chink in the armor. And again. Use a smaller force as well. Granted you have armor, but still. Right, we do hold that. Okay, push back there as well. Yeah. And this is the issue, obviously we can hold off against most forces one-on-one, but obviously when they are combining their attacks. See, that one was supported there by that artillery division. Jaeger push back. Yeah, we have started to lose ground in that area now. As for whether the Soviets can take advantage of that, it's unknown. If they don't take it, I can retake it. It's never going to be the same defensive strength again, but at least I'm not going to be pushed back too quickly. I've got to fight it. I can't retreat. It looks like they need far more vehicles than they have. Okay. That was a bit of a rough turn there, so we actually did see some losses. Now, thankfully, I do have some units I can actually rejigger. But it is getting to a point now where things are starting to break us. But across the majority of the front, we are doing well. Which is very important there. Okay, they did suffer 32,000 losses for that. 559 guns, 404 armoured fighting vehicles. And they've lost 2,208 armoured fighting vehicles from the start of the game so far. 5,789 guns. It's a shame that we've lost so many guns ourselves, otherwise we might have been able to start creeping back. Okay, holds on to that position there with the 29th Guard Division. I could push that back. Just reinforce them for the time being. Yeah, there's not a weakness here anymore. Okay, they've taken that back. Right. Force them back across the river. Yeah, you can see that position's much weaker now. Actually, no, I tell a lie. It's not too bad. It's not strong enough, but it's not too bad. I do have Feuchtjäger, and I do have Hungarian to essentially plug in some of the gaps here. I do have a spare division I can have moved, actually. Now... let's see. Was everything barred in the 1st SS Panzer Division? Just take a look at this again. 62,639 men, 798 artillery pieces, and 446 armoured fighting vehicles, and 25 bombers do join the battle. Though 2 are lost, but still, they do their part. He is forced back across. I don't have enough there to take that. I'll move the Panzer Division. We're very low in vehicles. Very low. Just not enough rail cap. Have them reassigned. Yeah, that's caused me issues. Oh. I was in turn 16, okay. Quite a few more turns here. Level 10 blizzards. Okay, we'll have to use that cavalry division there. It is a tough one. It is indeed a tough one. But the Soviets don't have a massive amount of armor. Like, granted, they have 1,805 extra ready pieces of armor. But they're just not in the right locations, are they? It's not... I mean, this is it. He could massively concentrate them, but it's difficult for him. Yeah. I mean, we might be able to, so we have von Clusian charger. Von Kleist over here in A, von Manstein in South. I don't know. 88689. His infantry is very good. I mean, Ferdinand Schona. That's Corona. How the hell are you going to say it? It's 9998. But his mechanized isn't great. Model. His infantry is better. Initiative is slightly worse, but his morale is better. Okay. I think we'll put General Ulburst. Model. Honestly, he just looks like a supervillain. That seems appropriate. It does mean I can have, yeah, we might have to take a look at actually changing over the command of these armies. Maybe even the cores as well, just seeing if we can actually stiffen resistance through superior leadership. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we have run out of time for today. I do hope you guys have thoroughly enjoyed this. I've really enjoyed this. I do love coming back and speaking to you all. It has been a blast as ever. Now, of course, if you'd like to see more of my content, you can do so by finding my YouTube channel, XTRG. And, of course, if you could do me a massive, massive favour, the best thing you could do for me would be to actually follow me on Twitch itself. That'd be really handy. And, of course, if you'd like to see more of support my channel, you can always become a subscriber. Always appreciate it. See you guys in the future. Have a fantastic evening. I think it's going to be a very interesting one. Hopefully I'll be back for a third episode, but it is going to get interesting. We've had a first episode of Movement. We've had a second episode of Entrenchment. And I think in the third episode, I think we are going to see fire, really. I'm going to have to get Ed Sheeran here to do a song about fire. Yeah, the soldiers are concentrating their men to the north and in certain degrees. Indeed. Until next time, guys, thank you so very much for watching. It's been a blast. See you all very soon in the future. Goodbye for now. Have a beautiful evening. Goodbye, guys.